So in this video, we're going to cover everything you need to know to become an expert at cooking, or should I say frying, on this fryer. We're going to cover what to do and what not to do, and we're also going to look at the cooking display in detail. So with that said, let's get to it. Start by making sure your oil is done preheating and is heated up to its set point temperature. If you see either of these screens, you know your oil is ready to use. Next, before the first cook of the day, lower and raise your fry baskets a couple times in and out of the hot oil. And this is a tip that helps keep product from sticking to the baskets. And then it'll even out any hot or cold spots in the oil before your first cook. Now, fill your basket with product and lower it into the oil. Always follow your restaurant guidelines on proper portion size for your baskets, as overfilling them can lead to greasy, soggy, or even undercooked product. Start your timer by selecting which side you dropped your basket and tap the corresponding product on the display. If you don't see your product, swipe until you find it. Once you tap it, it starts to count down. Now, if you've already cooked in the vat for the day and are cooking the same product, you can just tap the screen to start the same timer again. Otherwise, from this screen, you can just swipe to find a different product. All right, the last thing with starting timers, if your restaurant uses split vat fryers with these small quarter-sized baskets, we have a separate video that you can check out on how to start timers for those. So if you're like me and sometimes start the wrong timer, you can cancel it by tapping the center of the timer and then tap it again to stop. Then you'll just have to find the correct timer and start that one. All right, now it's time to understand the display and see what these rings mean. So the inner red ring shows your cooking progress and will fill in as the timer counts down. It'll fully complete when your timer reaches 0. This can be a good visual that you see from across the restaurant to give you an idea of how much time remains on any basket at a glance. Now, the outer filter status ring disappears a little bit with each basket you cook and gives you a visual of your filter percentage. When this ring completely disappears, you'll see the express filter prompt, meaning it's time to do a quick filter. And we'll talk more about that in a separate video. During cooking, some products may include this shake alert while the timer's counting down. When you see that prompt, you'll need to lift the basket out of the oil and shake it to loosen up whatever product is in there, and then cancel the alert. Just remember, it's important to lift the basket out of the oil and shake it, because if you shake it in the vat, you're going to eventually damage the heater and the temperature sensing probes, and this can lead to a costly repair. So once the timer reaches 0, lift the basket out of the oil and hang it to drain. Then tap the controlled, otherwise it's going to keep annoying you. After the oil drains, remember to move the product to either the dump station or a holding cabinet quickly so it stays hot. So that's all there's to it. For more information on becoming the best there is at frying, you can see our video on the 5 best tips for perfect frying.